Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Omulungi ali ku Salam TV naddala omwana ow'obuwala ow'omulembe guno. Program Muslim Sisters bulinaku lwa mukaaga essaawa 2 okutuusiza ddala essaawa 3 ez'ekiro. Nange Hajara Makabayi mbeerawo munnange nga mpita mu miramu egy'enjawulo okulaba nti nno nsitula eddoboozi ly'ogwo omwana ow'obuwala ow'omulembe guno. Omulungi ali ku Salam TV naddala omwana ow'obuwala ow'omulembe guno. Nkujjukiza nti programu eno ebeerawo lwa mukaaga essaawa 2 okutuusiza ddala essaawa 3 ez'ekiro. Nze sikola nzekka, mbeerako n'abalala be tuba tuwayawayaamu nabo. Naye nga olunaku olwaleero omulamwa gwe tuyina it's a mental healthy month, si bwe kiri Sumaya? Yeah. Ate nga nabasuubiza nti tujja kuba tufunayo nga buli mwezi topic gye tunaba cutting it down according to the mental schedule gye baba bayina. So omwezi guno Sumaya yaŋŋambye Hajara tuyina what we call our mind, our right. Ne mugamba jangu Sumaya. Jangu otunnyonnyole what you mean when you say our mind, our right. Sumaya, sooka obuuze ku bantu abatwala ku Salam TV, then to digging deep into this, our mind, our right.
Banange atulaba ena ndi musanyufu nnyo okubeera wano kandowooze nti oli bulungi ye oli otya. It's very important olusi twerabira okubuuza abantu how are you really. Kandowooze nti oli bulungi, kandowooze nti nno osobola okutambuza obulamu bwo regardless of what it is. Nze neeyanziza Hajara okumpa omukisa nateera okujja okwogera n'omulabi waffe ku Salam TV okubeera nga ye ajja wano n'ajjawo amagezi gonna ge tuwa n'ajjawo essuubi lyonna lye tulina kweno show. I'm very happy to be here.
Alhamdulillah. Sumaya, ekigambo mind ne right mwabigasse mutya? Ate era bwe twogera ku mind mutegeeza ki? Mind ye brain, mind kyeki kye twagala okumanya olwaleero, then omala otunnyonnyere right kali ke mwayongeddeko bye biki kubanga ffe tumanyi human rights. Yeah, kati ate kungambye mind, my right awe tebigatta bulungi. Naye kimanyi bwe tunaviira ku sho tugenda kuba tukwataganye.
Webala olw'ekibuuzo ekyo Hajara. Omwezi guno nga bwe twabadde twakyogedde nti it is the World Mental Health Awareness Month. Kitegeeza nti gwe mwezi gwe twogera ku bintu bya mental health, mental disorders, how to cope with mental illnesses. Kati omwezi guno gwego wetusomesa abantu baffe omuntu ali eyo n'ategeera mental health kiki kye tuba twogerako. Kati omwezi guno twabadde ne theme oba running throughout the world. It's actually a world theme. It was saying our mind is our right. Kitegeeza nti no, it is a fundamental need, or it is a fundamental our mind, our right. Kitegeeza nti mental health is a necessity, a fundamental necessity for every human being.
Just like food, water and clothes.
It is a need for our health, for every human being. Mental health is a necessity. Also kachiri ka right kali kagenda nti it's your right to chogere tutya dembelyo. Yes. Our mind, for me to have a good mind,
a mind full of tranquility and serenity.
Dembe lyange omuntu yenna ajja okukitatagula n'akitaganyula abeera ali mu ddembe lyange.
I always tell people around me, like when you woba oyagala kunkyankalanya mentally, we are not friends.
Exactly.
Because I know how powerful my mind is, so I protect it. Batya oba batya koberani kobe boss wange kobotya, my mind is very important to me.
So it's for emphasizing this month. We are trying to emphasize more that mental health or our mind, our quiet mind, our safe mind, our healthy mental health is my right. So that goes for everyone. It doesn't cut across. Tekigenda kumusajja eka oba mukazi eka oba bana. It cuts across for every human being. It's a fundamental human right. But twogera ku mind, unlike the brain is a physical organ. Nti brain it is situated in the it is a physical organ. However, our mind is an abstract. It's abstract and subjective. It is a seat. It's a seat where our emotions, our feelings, our instincts, and sense of self, that is where they sit in our mind. Ebirowoozo byaffe oba omwoyo gwaffe, is that how I can relate it to Luganda?
Yeah.
Nti our feelings, our thoughts,
Enneewulira yaffe.
n'ebirowoozo byaffe, n'enneeyisa yaffe, ne sense of self, okwetegeera ne weemanya bituula ku kintu kye bayita mind.
Yeah, nomanya nti nze I don't go in for that. Kitegeeza mu mind yo tekitegeera when you try to insert in something that is different from what you have in your belief system.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kati mind eno eri cautious, but it can also be unconscious.
Yeah.
Cautious is you making a cautious decision. Bw'otuula wano n'ogamba nti ngenda kuva wano nkole show endala. That is a cautious.
Yeah.
Nti ngenda kuva wano mpitire muyenga. That is a cautious decision. Naye waliwo ebintu ebirala by'okola unconsciously.
Nga tomanyi.
But because that's your mind, like you're used to
Mind
doing
yo
that.
yakikwata.
Exactly.
Can I give you an example?
Sure.
For example, nga bwe tukeera in the morning, ng'olina routine yo. N'ogamba actually katutandikiza n'okwebaka. Nga webaka ku mukono okuliko ekisenge tugeze nti like probably you will sleep there. Kuba mind yakikwata. Ne wogezaako gamba leero kati neebakako side zeno. Era you gravitate odde because the mind mwechiri inside of it. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, something, for example, maybe another example that we can bring out is wobeera ovuga emotoka, you sometimes tubeera ku masimu gaffe, or sometimes you're discussing or you're trying to do a lot of things, but while driving, naye bw'obeera ng'ovuga, you don't get to think, let me take left, let me take right, let me now brake, let me just, why? Because some of those things are unconscious.
Yeah.
Tobirowooza
Like,
nnyo.
okimanyi literally, just like prayer genda, you know the procedure.
Bw'obeera olya emmere, togamba nti now kankwate fooko ngiteeke mu kamwa. No, that is an unconscious thing. You just have to eat. Obeera ku simu yo, you can have very many conversations.
Yeah.
By the time wamala conversations, emmere
eweddewo. True.
So some of those are unconscious actions of the mind. So mu bufunze, the mind helps us to make decisions, those cautiously and unconsciously. It's in the mind tusobola okutegeera nti we can make proper relationships. Bwe tuba tutuuseeyo Hajara, it's the mind that helps you to organize your thoughts, to make your decisions, to know who you want to talk to and who you do not want. It's the instinct. Waliwo omuntu oyo yali agamba naye ekirowoozo kyangambye nti awo siyitawo. And indeed, ogenda okuwulira ebyavuddeyo mu bantu abayiseeyo ng'ekintu kiki. So it's the instincts, it's the mind. Or mind bwetyo bwekola.
Kati mind yaffe tuyinza gikozesa tutya to our advantage. Netatuusa mu danger because ogambye brain eri different ku mind. Notugamba ebintu mind ekola ngeri unconscious.
Exactly.
Nti already wawayolingayo ebintu byengeri gyoyagala bibeeremu n'ebikwata.
Exactly.
So tuyinza gikozesa tutya to our advantage netatuusa mu danger mu buzibu.
What you are trying to say is, what can we do to help or to nurture the mind?
Yeah, to be in alignment with it.
Tugikoledde tutya? Or what can we do to nurture a healthy mindset?
Yeah, that's the question.
The first thing, oba omulabe waffe twandimugambye ki ekibeerawo oba mind eno nga teri nurtured.
Yeah. Kale tusookerawo. Tusobola
okumugamba nti omuntu yenna atulaba, omwana ow'obuwala yenna atulaba ali ku Muslim system. Bw'oba nga tolabiridde mind yo, first off, you're going to have mental illnesses. Mental illnesses, tulinamu depression, tulinamu anxiety, tulinamu stress that is related to depression as well.
Yeah.
Now, bingi nnyo ebisobola okuva ku anxiety and depression. Abantu baffe twagala tubawe katono.
Yeah, so
paka we tulituuka.
Yeah.
So that you can have. Then the second thing is cognitive impairment. By cognitive, we mean the brain, how you make decisions, how you relate with one another. That is also one. How you make decisions, your memory.
Yeah.
It's the mind.
Depression, you don't
remember.
You can easily forget where you place your pen, your phone, your like
you make
Or you
wrong
go
decisions
autopilot.
out of emotion instability. Kati ekyokusatu, what you do, you're going to have a strain in your relationships. Ogenda kubeera osanga obuzibu bunene nnyo mu kukwanagana n'abantu abalala. Ogezaako having a relationships with your friend, bwezizo relationships zo zezifa. Era ojja kulira abantu nga bakugamba nti oyo omuntu oyo si mwangu wa kukola yogera naye
so emotional.
tomuwa budde. Why? Because over time, kubanga you have a lot of heart within you, you have a lot of unhealed behavior within you, you're going to, like, you keep bleeding on other people. What that means, you keep bringing out emotions and splashing it on people that are not really the people that you need to.
Just bano bakwadde ka trigger neka kujjukiza ate kiri ate no reacting kubano the present moment. I get you.
Ekirala, you're going to have bad olaba kati nga ku mirimu gyaffe gye tubeera naye, you're not going to be able to work productively. Bakulaba, you used to used to come, you hit all the targets, you used to be very proactive, you used to be very aggressive at your workplace. Go-getter. You used to have a different way you look at life. Naye ebintu ne bikyuka. You know, you don't meet your targets, you're lazy, because of you do not take time to nurture your mind. Okiraba, all that can gravitate us to have a very poor mind. Tusobola having a very many problems from not nurturing our mind.
Wayogedde ku kantu ke bayita emotions. Kikulu nnyo, right?
Nnyo.
Wetwogera ku mind ne twogera ne ku emotions bigatta, right? They're twins. For me, I call them twins. Bitambulira wamu. So omuntu asobola atya okubeera emotionally intelligent mu mind ye ng'akozesezza mind.
You're asking for emotional intelligence. Kati, emotional intelligence, what you're asking for is how someone can behave in certain instances, certain circumstances.
Ransonga oyogedde ku bleedinga nti ogenda ku bleedingira ku bantu ate abalala. Okay, you're going to carry out the anger onto people naye nga si be buzibu. Now,
emotional intelligence, for example, omuntu ali eyo okukitegeera, omwana w'obuwala ali eyo okukitegeera obulungi nti waliwo ebiseera ebimu bye twesanga n'abantu, we are working with them, naye n'omanya nti ono omuntu, this is their boundary, sisukkawo. When I am talking to them wano wenkoma, because they do not know how to handle a heated up argument. They do not know how to handle or how to come up with solutions that wetaga. Whenever you come up and tell someone, you know what, this was your target, you did not get there. Omundu nanyiga nayomba nawogana the whole place. You know that person. So for you, you're emotionally intelligent. You're going to say, you know what? For me to get out the best from this person, this is what I'm going to have to tell him.
You catch
this is how I'm going to
handle
handle him.
Like, let me choose to respond, not to react.
And the best way to respond in certain instances is to let that person cool off, and then you can talk to them later.
After them processing.
Because for you, what emotional intelligence kitegeeza nti gwe you are above, entegeera you eri different, omuntu engeri gyagenda okujja with all their emotions, they are quarreling all over the place with their emotions. You're going to, because you know yourself better, you're going to help them arrange their feelings and channel their emotions to the right person. That, you know what, you're bleeding on another person. No, that is not the right person. Oba wavudde waka ng'olina ebizibu byo. You have to go back home and deal with it.
I want to bring up an example. Back then in school, omanyi wobeera nga oli mu ssomero, like the setting we have, omusomesa yaba waggulu, and you can't easily, unless you're bold enough, omugambe muno togenda kunkuba because ekyo kyenkoze tekinkubya. Ate awo kati mboba wa mwana wa mpisambi. You get, yet you are fighting for your right, or you are speaking up. So a teacher could come ngaina issues zivudde waka, nokola akantu kakatini nnyo bwe kati, oba nakusanga totakinze in, nakuba emboka ezibula okutta, like just omutriggering nze n'omujjukiza najja nakumalirako obusungu bwe.
It's because that person, they are trying to tukozesa bleed. Why? Kubanga you're hurting. Bw'ova emabega nga you have not resolved that feeling or that hurt, kiba kitegeeza you're going to find it easy to quarrel with someone atakwinako
tabbo.
Era sometimes when you're on the road and driving, linayogera ekigambo, you're thinking, oh dear, I think they're coming from somewhere.
You heal. I just say heal.
Yeah.
Heal bambi kubanga those are not good behaviors.
So usually this is what we are trying to do this month, trying to tell people what comes from not nurturing your mind.
Yeah.
Ogenda kulwala. You're going to go into depression and anxiety. You're not going to be able to be productive at your workplaces. Relationships zo zigenda kubeera strainers. You're not going to have and cultivate good relationships. Kubanga, where you're coming from, you're not mentally safe to say that, you know what, or to have the patience. Waliwo omuntu akola ekintu nolowooza nti nagenda kuyombesa oba kulwana oba kola and then they respond with love. Like, oh dear.
In kindness.
Yes.
Are you okay?
That person is mentally safe. They understand
that what you're going through is not their role to fix you. It's not their role to fix you. Fix yourself. Okay, so that we can move this life. Yeah. And also, what we feel, we think, and what we feel, we think. Njagalako ka statement oyongera okadiginga deep because we are dealing with the mind. Kyendowooza nkifiiringa kyenfiiringa nkirowooza.
I'll tell you one story that can go with that. Omusajja omu yajja okulaba omusawo, medical doctor. So these were physical illnesses. Bamugamba yalina HIV. Najja with a friend nga wanalaba nti no omuntu bwe bateekawo obutebe bateekawo mu hospitals. Natula no. So they all went for the same test, HIV test, and the results were brought back. However, the person that brought back the results interchanged
the
results,
the report.
Yes, the report from the laboratory. So ono eyali omulamu ne bamugamba nti oli mulwadde. Eyali omulwadde ne bamugamba nti ki mulamu. I tell you, Hajara, in 1 month omusajja eyali omulamu yafa. Omusajja yali omulwadde yabeerawo for a longer time. What that shows, nti kyewe believing them, you know, sometimes we perceive things. Oyinza okugamba nti I'm a failure. And indeed everything, so it's like your brain twagambe nti obwongo bwo buno, it doesn't distinguish between what is right and what is wrong. Oyinza okubeera ng'oli winner, but because every day you say I'm a failure, I can't do it, I assure you that you will not do it.
Yeah.
It does not matter how many words are going to be spoken. It does not matter how much empowerment or motivation you're going to get. As long as you believe that you are not going to make it, you surely will not make it.
Yeah.
So what you think is what you actually do and what your body responds to.
Yeah.
It's the energy that you shed off, and we all gravitate to that energy. So if you bring a negative energy, your impulses are going to gravitate to the negative energy.
True.
Yes.
Also, I want to study that. There's some guy, he's called Vishen. Yagamba nti waliwo bamenyeka amavivi. They were making a study. Ne bamenyeka amavivi, there were 10. Ne bakwata mukaaga ne batwala ne babakolako operation. Bali abalala abana tebabakolako, but ne babasibako bandage kuliko like something like blood bishushi ne babasibako. So ne babagamba bonna ne babagamba tubakozeeko surgery, like you guys are going to get better in a few. Okumaliriza be bakolako surgery ne be batakolako bonna ne babera nga bawonye amavivi ga literally bali okay. So it's like that's the brain.
Exactly.
Whatever you feed in there, chigenda kuja chi manifesting, because you are believing this, and whenever you believe something, you get into those elevated emotions of joy, happiness. The more you gravitate into that space of being happy, the frequency of being happy, what you vibrate, and your body, dopamine, the one you talked about, right? Nga dopamine levels zo ziri nyango yongera creating goodness in your body.
Exactly.
Right?
Ngabo wachogedde nti mind is nga takajimu. kyonna kyokiteekako
nga kyo
kikula.
kimera.
Kimera bw'oteekako ebimera ebifu bye bigenda okukula, bw'oteekako ekimera ekirungi
Kyekigenda okula.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ate also we need to understand nti waliwo ebintu ebimu bye tutasobola kuteeka wansi w'enkola yaffe. It's not in our doing to do. It's
Like?
not in our making. It's not in our control. Waliwo ebintu ebimu nga kituufu ne bw'okola ki ne bw'okyusa ki tekigenda kukyuka kikye
Oh.
kiri. Yes, it's as simple as understanding that and have the
njagala otweka
insight.
example so that atugoberera asobola so that atugoberera ku Salabu TV asobola okutegeera kyotegeeza.
Control.
Yeah, but before you do that, kiriza tuwumulemu tugenda kuba tukoma awo egini we tugenda okutandikira. Omwana omuwala atulaba ku Salamu TV, nsuubira otambula naffe ate era n'atali naffe muyite ajje tukusomese mind. Your mind is your right. Okirizibwa okubeera ne mind eri full of tranquility and serenity. Fenna tukigwana so that we can make independent decisions and be in so much love and alignment with ourselves.
Sure.
Kampumulemu katono nnyo male nkomewo.